Coming home in the evening, each day much on my mind, fast.
Hi there, peace unto you. My name is Rashida Ali and welcome to Rashida TV, a place to be to gain practical tools on how to create tranquility in your heart. Now welcome to another Q&A segment of Rashida TV, and today's question comes from Rahma, and Rahma writes, my name is Rahma and I really like your videos. I love watching them because I get a lot of inspirational tips that I can use for my relationships. My question today is, in a moment of tension, how can you ensure that you remain listening to what the other party is saying? I found that this can be with my children, my husband, and sometimes my colleagues. I find out that when we're trying to resolve an issue, I am not listening attentively to what they're saying, but I'm actually just waiting to get my point across. So how do I ensure that I listen to what they're saying rather than being impatient and just trying to get my point across? Thank you so much again, and I look forward to you answering my question, Rahma. Thank you so much, Rahma, for this question. And honestly, this is such a valid question, and it does happen to us a lot. You know, sometimes when we're trying to resolve a conflict, or we're just trying to maybe get our point across, and we find out that when the other party is talking, we're not even listening. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at some practical things that you can do in order to get your listening ear working. Good. But before I do that, I just wanted to point out something. You know, you mentioned that whenever there's tension between the two parties. So I just wanted to say that it's quite important that you try not to resolve a conflict. So or try not to talk to each other when there's tension between the both parties. Because trust me, whenever there's tension between the two parties, the conversation doesn't really go well. But if you have to, so let's look at some practical tips that you can actually use to ensure that, you know, you're listening attentively. So the first thing will be to prepare yourself. Now, it's really important that you actually prep yourself before you start the discussion. So you want to really ask yourself, like, what do I really want to get out of this discussion? Like, what is my intention? Do I just want to make them shut up, or do I actually really want to resolve whatever issue that we've got? So when you do this, you know that you're going into that, you want to resolve whatever is happening, and it just calms you down. Preparing yourself as can also involve like things like maybe put out like a scenario in your head and try to think about instances, because you know sometimes you prepare yourself that you're going to listen to what they're saying and you're not going to interrupt, but it doesn't go that way. Maybe they might say something that would trigger you and you just find yourself that you're not even listening anymore. Just kind of think about it. What if they say this? What if they say that? I'm going to remain calm and I'm going to listen, and you know that way you're really prepared for whatever happens. So the next thing will be to empathize with the person. Now, I want you to kind of put yourself in their own shoes. So you want to also put your point across, okay? So you want to put yourself in their shoes. Like when you are putting your point across, would you like the other person talking or the other person not listening to what you're saying? I'm sure you wouldn't like that. So you're going to look at listening to them as a way of creating an opening for your own point of view to be heard. So that way you're calm and you listen to what they're saying. So number 3 will be to remain open-minded. So yes, you know, you have something to say and you have your own point of view, but you have to understand that the other person as well, they have their own point of view. And you know, you have to respect their own values. You have to listen to what they have to say and not try and maybe interrupt them or try and give them, you know, a lot of body languages to show that you're not actually listening to them. So when you actually think about it and you tell yourself that you have to value their own opinion, and you know, also try not to assume, try to give them a chance to talk, because when you do this, you know that, okay, I think this person might have something valuable to say, and I'm going to respect what they want to say. So you give them that listening ears. So number 4 will be to try and write things down. So yes, you know, sometimes we find out that the main reason why we're not really listening to what people are saying is because sometimes we're trying to you know, program in our head what we want to say, and then you can't really wait until you just regurgitate everything you've got in your head, and you just want to say everything out. So you're very impatient and you're not even listening to what the other person is saying. So sometimes the main reason why we do this is because we don't want to forget what we want to say. So your mind is just trying to think like, okay, what? No, maybe when they say something, immediately you're trying to interpret it, you're trying to get an answer back to what they're saying. So your mind is not there and you're not listening. I found out that writing things down does really help, because then your mind is at rest that you're not going to forget what you want to say, or maybe you're not going to, maybe when they say something that really upsets you, you don't feel that urge that you want to talk back, or you don't feel that urge that, you know what, I don't want to listen to what this person is saying. So the next thing will be to be in control and be present. So sometimes when we don't listen to what people are saying, it's because we're not really in control of the situation. So you want to make sure that you know what you're doing. You're trying to mind talk yourself. You're trying to tell yourself that, okay, I'm going to listen to what this person is saying. I'm going to calm down. It's going to be my turn. So you want to be in control of that situation at that point in time. You want to make sure that you're relaxed and, you're controlling your breath. Things like your body language, it's in the right position. You're sitting right. Because physically, when you really be calm, then mentally as well, you can feel calm and you don't really feel like you don't want to listen to what that person is saying. So I know you might be thinking like, well, I'm really angry. Like, where am I going to have that time to start doing all this process? Like, because I'm really heated and I don't even think I have the time or the patience to do all what you're saying. But I want to assure you that if you try your best to be in control and try to practice the steps, and also try to prep yourself before you actually start to resolve whatever issue that you're trying to resolve. And you find out that you'll be more calm and you can really listen to what that person is saying. You have to also remember that it's only when you listen attentively would you be able to respond better to what they're saying. And also, would you be able to get vital signs that the other party is trying to communicate to you? So it's really important that you listen attentively. So Rahma, this is my 80-year cue, and I hope this has helped. Now it's your turn. I would love to hear from you. I would love to know, what is your takeaway today? Please leave a comment below. Did you like this video? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and please share with your friends and families. Remember, having tranquility in your heart is the key ingredient to having a successful and a happy life. Thank you so much for watching, and God willing, I'll catch you in the next episode of Rashida TV.
Coming home in the evening, each day much on my mind. Fast pace of living in the West with such little time.